Yes, welcome to the Thank fuck Frank's not here, man.
What's up with him today?
I think he's got
Still celebrating, isn't he?
Queen's Park versus... He's got that game at so he says he wanted to get himself in the right frame of mind to watch
that. We'll make him go to games now,
mate him go.
That's his new contract, just go to games, but you don't come on the show.
How are you, mate? Alright? Teamed you out, lads, we're buzzing.
Very well, aye.
Don't like the dress, he's not too serious.
What the fuck are you wearing?
I like you, you're smart, but known for a night out.
It's somewhat of a night out, isn't it?
You'll be getting tied up if you're getting him at 3.
It's only 9 o'clock in the morning, so I'll have a wee morning and afternoon with just for...
Do you always wear sports gear when you see that the times you're talking about when you like to stand back in the pub and you like to watch everyone enjoying this? Are you usually in sports gear when you're doing that?
That's a gear.
By the way,
I don't dress like a fucking 70-year-old.
Yes, Del.
What's going on with you?
You happy with
Jack
that?
Victor, isn't he?
No, you happy with that?
That jumper goes with the jeans, seriously.
I'm not wearing that for the night out. I'm changing that for the night out. I should just have thrown on before.
Why would you go with the blackest jumper you could find and put it with the lightest jeans you could find? It baffles you, that.
No,
it really does baffle
you.
you.
I've got the story you told earlier about the missus. Brilliant.
Right, come on,
you'll make a cup of tea.
I never heard this, I was away getting the beers.
I was making a cup of tea the other night and I could hear clattering out in the hall and I'm going, what's going on? And I've popped my head out and there's the missus. She's got the ball in the hall and she's trying to chip it into the washing basket, an empty washing basket. I'm like, she didn't like football. No. You know, all of a sudden she watches
she turned
football.
Turned into Leanne Crichton,
now she's playing football in the house. And she got it about 10 minutes later. She was about celebrating all that. So there you go. She's half for that.
I love Carol. I've not seen her for a while actually. We need to get her.
Would she come the last couple
I'll just smell her one more time.
Nah.
Easy tiger.
No, she always smells beautiful.
I don't like
Have you been here 10 minutes earlier this morning?
What about the next cooking show, Del? Bring her down.
Bring her...
A wee pearns.
Oh, she wants a wee bit like Frank. We could have just sat her and she could have been Frank.
I wouldn't leave her alone with Frank.
No, I'm saying that Frank's not here, so we could have sat her.
Oh, don't go there. Don't. Maybe that's what she's done, dropped me off and she's away to see Frank.
Strange that when she drove off the motor started. But you was also seeing another open goal favourite last night. You were at the game at Andrew Halliday.
Top class, the young man.
It's only fucking 32 years.
32 years,
No, I tell you what, he looked very assured, comfortable in the middle of the park. His range of passing, interceptions as well. You know, he done that because he was in beside the boy Heron. But he was reading the game brilliant. But there was a couple of runs he had, you know, just a wee change of pace. Can pass 2 or 3 in the middle of the park and then popping the
Seen his wee back feeling for the...
I tell you what.
Best player on the pitch?
Aye, for me, easy, aye.
What was it you put in the chat? What was it you said in the chat today?
Oh.
Is your phone there?
I tell you what, because...
Baldy Pirlo.
No, he says I was fucking... What was it? It was a Baldy Pirlo first half, it was a Baldy second.
I always get that Achilles and I think he got took off.
When did he get
just
taken after?
Precaution, about 60 minutes. But he took a few boys come off as well. Because Boyce and Ginelli were ahead of him, they were making good runs and he had good options. And at times, he played it when it was on, when he didn't, he kept the ball. But he looked fit as well. I don't know, what have you been working on him?
Well, he was hopeless last year, as everyone knows, but this year we sat him down in the summer. We had a proper, he was greeting a lot during the chat, but we were like, it's time to grow up, man.
100%. We did speak to him. Didn't he take it that well at first, though, didn't he? Things if, how can you two tell me to
kicking and screaming, wasn't
it? But how we screaming.
I tell you what, coming up in the cup final, you know...
I need to get him in there, we'll need to get minutes before that.
When you look at...
he's the first name on the team sheet now for Hearts, isn't he, old Andrew?
Definitely, aye.
So I can ask, how's I know you want to keep it sort of on the low, but how's the work been sort of recruiting players? Have you been constant now?
Loving it, mate.
Are you?
Really loving it.
What's happened the last few days, any?
Good, mate. Again, meeting players, asking about themselves.
Can it be awkward when you get
never awkward, mate. That's what I like as well. If it is awkward, mate, then I think they're not for me. I don't think it's going to work if I go and meet somebody that is awkward. So, especially the last 3 have met
agents.
Didn't deal with agents, mate.
Good.
If you've got an agent at this level, then you're not for me again. So I've met 3 the last 2 days. Who I've really felt a connection with, so fingers crossed we can get them over the line. But no, I'm absolutely loving it. Selling your vision and then biting in it.
Where's that one for me,
buzz about you?
I really am enjoying it, mate. It's tiring, mate, because you're constantly on the move. You're going from fucking maybe Kirkintilloch to Silverburn, back to Kirkintilloch again. But it's good, mate. You're doing something that you love, aren't you?
It's full on.
Few weeks away, mate, aren't you?
Whatever.
I need a few weeks.
No, it's a few weeks.
You're going to take over when I'm away, aren't you?
I'm going to take it.
You alright with that?
I'll take it, I'll run it all, aye.
You're going to do
the fat bastards when you can back up.
Right, Grosvenor Sport.
Yes.
In fact, go and you get yourself a warm-up. Go and get yourself a...
So, he's
got the sub gear on, isn't he? Go and get yourself a warm-up, seriously.
I'm quite happy with my gear. I'm comfortable. It's about comfort.
Oh, and he's going to Seville.
Amazing, mate, aye.
Is he? I'll see him earlier.
Terry Mendes.
So the boys have got ticket. We need to get this man a ticket for the final.
My two oldest have got tickets. I'm the only one that's not got a
The
ticket.
guy that Ross was stripping for, like,
Aye, good.
got him a
Good
ticket,
point.
wasn't it?
Aye. Certainly if you're stripping.
pulled out his mouth, didn't he? The ticket out his mouth.
Tell you what, I think I'll strip for a ticket. Don't worry about it.
Well, there you go, right?
Aye, there you- I'll put it out there.
A Rangers icon.
Yes, I will
It's well,
strip
it's
for
Not
that
you,
icon.
Andy. We'll say we maybe try and
I'm
get
one
you
of
a
the lucky
ticket.
ones that they got the chance to play with Rangers. I will do a pole dance for you, no problem. If you'll give me a ticket for the game on 18th.
What would you do with your arse in a pole dance?
I'll do anything, to be honest with you now. No, I always refrain and I don't go in that direction when you start bringing it up, but for a ticket for the Seville
do
game,
anything
I'll
like
do
that.
anything.
Surely
by
if
the way.
somebody can get this man
That's
a
a
ticket,
disgrace, you
that
even
is
need
an
to
actual
ask.
disgrace.
Listen, I just want to be there. I'm kind of, aye.
So you're going out on the Sunday, mate, aren't you?
Going out on a Sunday, I'm going to enjoy myself there for a week. So I'm going to take in the atmosphere, have a wee party, as you do. And again, when you go out there, you're kind of in a way, let's not be around the bush, you're representing Rangers as well. Mm-hmm. So, aye. So
Well,
you go,
that man knows
enjoy
about
it.
being about the bush.
Aye, 100%. So then what?
You're saying let's not beat about the bush, but he's always saying no, let's beat
No,
about
make
the
sure you
bush.
beat it in the bush. Make sure you do it. When you
I'm,
go out there.
I'm
Especially when you go out
looking
there.
forward to it, and I'll give you the opportunity to get with the two boys, you know.
And Carol signed up for a wee soccer camp while she's over.
Probably, by the way. Can you get her a gig?
I'll sort
She
it
can
out.
do
Well, he's
aye.
starting up a Boca's starting up a women's team, aren't they?
Aye.
So Carol.
Aye. She's
Bobby
in.
Zamora's got a camp here there. So she could go to Bobby Zamora's football camp.
She's just fucked with Daft now. I
right.
don't know what's happening.
What's the theme tune on a phone match of the day? Theme tune.
Remember, I'm like ironic. Hey, Shearer talk shit. Shearer talk shit.
Shearer does talk some shit, doesn't he? Alan Shearer.
She records her the football now.
Does she, right? Brilliant. Right, what?
Right, Dale, take it away, Grosvenor Sports Inns. It's
On you
you're
go.
on your
By the
second
way,
day.
this is the last Coop show of
This is
the
you.
league
Come
season.
on. Come on, this is where you're smooth and you're...
Grosvenor Sports, sign up. Offer from Grosvenor Sports is bet £5 and get £25 in free bets on any sport, Dale.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Good.
Where can you sign up?
Sign up at gsport.com.
While you're beating about the bush, sign up at gsport.com.
Make sure you're /open goal.
Now, Grosvenor were wanting rid of you in the summer, mate, but we've managed, didn't we?
That was a one big king, wasn't it? Must go, Derek must go, they said, but we're not having that.
We're not having it, mate, so you'll be here again next year.
YouTube, Simon, don't stop there. YouTube, when you take it away.
Oh, he's went with We Don't Stop. He thinks his aunt, his
No, I
aunt's
didn't
supposed to call
say
because he's
that.
got that black jumper on. Thinks his aunt's supposed to call.
Not at all, Simon.
No, We Don't Stop, Paul, you're right. Please remember to subscribe to the Open Goal YouTube channel, Derek. Have you subscribed yet?
Yes.
Good man. Right, Celtic are the champions, Paul. How was it in the Slane household last
Amazing,
night?
one of the best times until 60th minute.
Right,
I'm going to show you this video.
How happy were you your wee mate Jamesy was starting as well?
But he deserves that.
Your dad had to scrape you off the ceiling, didn't he?
We'll talk about that. Talking about that. 60 minutes in the game, right?
Wow.
Look, he turns up at the window, my dad.
No. No way, no way.
So we're watching it, right? 60 minutes is perfectly fine. You look at the window.
When
My
I'm
dad.
cleaning windows. Get the faggot, he's in the foot.
Get a shovel.
A brush? Is that a shovel or a
Smoke a
brush?
cigar. Mate, his blooter turned up absolutely steaming.
Oh, he's a hero, man.
Slaney, what was that? A brush or a...
A brush, he's walking about the brush, smacking out the window.
Not even full time, 60 minutes in.
We sitting on, we phoned him, we phoned him back. We got the game on. We're all around the house, all the family are around. We're like, where are you? No answer. He was at the pub. 60 minutes, came to the window. That's the
And then
state
did he
of
come in and join in the party?
joining the party, mate, stood in front of the telly, even though like, all celebrating, he was jumping himself, like, mate, sit down, will you? Then he wandered away, but he's shouting all his, he's calling us all born bastards, and he left, and then
So
4 in the morning he came back.
naked huddle now.
4 in the morning we done that.
But was this an impossible outcome at the start of the season?
Aye.
It looked that way, didn't
Yeah.
it? Aye, on you go, Hugh.
No, dear, it was, I think I've said, we've said it for a number of months now, it was the squad of players that came in. When he came in with that squad of players, sort of your best players left the club. That was your best players, so he was kind of left with the players that hadn't been playing a lot, boys who'd been out on loan, who hadn't played with the loan teams.
So who was your best players? Ayer, Edward, Christie,
Christie, although they didn't do it last season, but nobody really did.
Barkas.
But
You're right, what is that? A wee bit of phlegm, that. A wee bit of Flemish come out there.
Phlegm. Oh, fuck.
You've no swallowed that back down, have you? Oh, no.
straight back to that. Is it? Because easy back as if when you fight with him. There you go. There you go.
Barkas.
Big barking arse. I'm my mouth now.
No, it is some turnaround. And again, you look at how well Rangers had played last season and nothing much had changed in terms of the players, and you were thinking, new manager coming in himself.
Yeah.
We spoke about
Amazing.
it, that, you know, he should have his own men run about him, his backroom staff, but no, he was allowed to go in. He went into a market, obviously, we know, the Japanese market, he knows very well. And the players that come in, cheers. But they hit the ground running, didn't they?
Yeah.
I think it even surprised me how well they settled in so quickly. But and if he gets a bit of money this summer to spend, and you know, they're going to be a force to be reckoned with. You know, Rangers have obviously got to retaliate in terms of come back and show that, you know, they can match Celtic in that department. But listen, they won the league deservedly so. Rangers went through a kind of sticky patch and they took advantage of it, and they were on a roll and they kept it going. They play a style of football.
You say so many things that are too easy for me. Sticky patch.
No, sticky. Well, I'm trying to feed you what I mean.
That was the small one.
There's some man.
Aye, but no, it's deserved, and I think everybody acknowledges that, and there you go. That's a challenge for next season.
You talk about tactics, but recruitment's been massive. Again, what I'm doing now, people message me saying you should sign this guy, you should sign that guy, but I can't sign players unless I've seen them, I know what they're about and they fit how I want to play, and I like that Ange just went and done that.
I think
but that's how we were in the dark. We didn't know these guys at all, and then you come in and you go, my God, because sometimes we can a wee bit guilty of looking at certain countries and thinking, and we're going, why is he bringing the guy in for that country, you know? And then, but they've come in and just shown, you know, how good they are.
Well, you look at like last season, they brought in Shane Duffy, played Premier League, but
he thought he would cruise it, and he was an absolute bomb scare, wasn't he? So you think he comes up for the Premiership, he should cruise it, and look what happened. He was a nightmare. Wasn't he? He was.
He was a hit.
Oh, he was.
But again, I find it so hard to judge Celtic players for last year because they were so unorganised that I think that any good player can look bad in an unorganised team. Look at the difference in Callum McGregor this year because the team's organised.
Something was wrong with their mentality. You could see that, their mentality in that dressing room. There was something in that dressing room.
In terms of where they were on the pitch with the other team with the ball, they were so unorganised.
Look at that Aberdeen dressing room at the minute. They're going to finish, third bottom. They've just scraped by Stein in that division. Something seriously wrong in that dressing room. I'm telling you. And that mentality, because all it takes is a few to start feeling a wee bit sorry for yourself, and it goes tits up, by the way. And there was something, right, it's clear to see that Celtic dressing room.
Is Ramirez away? I know we're going to go on to Aberdeen, but is that Ramirez away as well?
I can't get it into my head that he's allowed to go. Last two games, it doesn't matter whether you're an experienced player, where you've came from America, where your family's away home. You're a man.
Exactly.
You've signed a contract to play football for Aberdeen Football Club. So you see it out, whether you're having a torrid time or no. You know,
well, look at him, he has a torrid time every week on here and he continues to come back.
Keep coming back when I'm not wanted. Keep on doing it.
Look, he's very seven, he's done that.
See with Celtic though, they go and win this league.
Look how he can switch so he can just go to a serious mode, it's brilliant.
I'm close to walking. So it's very close to leaving at the moment. I'm very close to leaving. But how do they kick on for here? Recruitment wise, I would like to put it to you.
Celtic, how do they?
More for you for the Champions League, because they're straight in it, do you know what I mean?
Well, you can't argue with what he's done already. Postecoglou, you know, that's why he should get back. That's where the board or the money men have just got to go, there you go, there's a wee pot of money, we trust you, you know, and why no? Because as I say, he's bringing in players, didn't know if he had them, and we look at them and think, God, they're top players, by the way. So,
in my opinion,
trusting your manager, that's all you do.
I think he goes and gets 6 players There's guys there, I'm not going to say their names because they've all done really well this year, but 5 or 6 there that I think if Ange wants to go to the next level with how he wants to play, 5 or 6 there for me, that you need an improvement.
And it's like, again,
players will leave.
And I don't want that to just switch it again over to the other side of the city with Rangers, because I trust Van Bronckhorst now, you know, because he had a shaky wee start, but, you know, he's changed things a bit. That, you talk about it, that mindset, that mentality, whatever you want, you call it, you know, so I trust him, you know, because he's working with a group of players that are not his players. So he's got a summer now that he can bring. I'm not saying wholesale, of course not, because they've got to the Europa Final, but there'll be 2 or 3, I would imagine, that he's got a kind of vision, the way his team wants to play, and he'll be able to get those players in.
So, I think it'll be a great season next year.
It will.
Yeah.
It will, 100%. Do you know what I actually think? But whoever appointed Ange, that's incredible, because shit, this was...
How did it take so long, Slaney?
Because I think they already how, didn't they? But then when he...
Do you think they've done their due diligence in terms of, going about and...
maybe.
Because again, with Ange Postecoglou, I didn't really know him. Did you know anything?
No.
Are you honest about him?
No.
But this could... I honestly think
that's the recruitment.
Yeah.
People doing their homework behind the scenes.
Exactly.
So...
But Celtic are never a rebuilding club, never will be, but the way they found themselves, it almost was that for a couple of years. You thought that it's going to take them a while, but the appointment of him, do you know what I mean? It took them... I thought that you genuinely thought it could have took 2-3 years for Celtic to get back up and compete with Rangers again.
But it says a lot about him that it was so far on into the summer that he came in. He could have thought, I've not got enough time to put a team together here. He came, but bear in mind, Andrew's playing at the start of the season with Adam Montgomery at left back.
They beat Ross County's side middle of the season with Montgomery, Abada and Juranovic up front. With Scales left back.
So they did, that's right. And there you go, mate. And that, again, coaching. Mate, being organised on and off the ball. It goes such a massive...
You hear some of the players speaking about him, and what comes across to me is it's not complicated. It's pretty simple.
His rotations are really simple.
And he gives a clear message to them. And that's what we go back to with football. It's no rocket science.
No, 100%. It's doing the simple things really well, isn't it?
Aye, and working hard at your game. That is it, giving it 100%. And that's where managers earn their money, because it's about keeping them happy, keeping them motivated, giving them that clear message. That's what he's done. And I think that's where you look through a division. That's why there's some teams in certain positions that shouldn't be, because they've not got that right manager in place.
But that December, I think, was pivotal for a minute, just to stay, because I think Rangers were ahead, weren't they? And he kind of stayed on their coattails.
Yeah.
Got to January, brought in his 5 or 6 players, and then they just fucking kicked on for there, didn't they?
What is the run in the league? 31
31.
That's unbelievable, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right.
There used to be a manager of the year interview with him, innit?
The only thing you need, he needs to do better.
He's gone again. Have you started with?
Surely
they had a couple, hadn't you?
I wouldn't know what to say. I honestly, I've not noticed the first 2, but I wouldn't fuck knows what you say the third time.
You're going to take the marbles?
What's it like then? Right,
I was a wreck the last one, but you...
So, when you first met him, right, I've not even spoken to you.
I'm
2 days before I interview, mate, I'm
what
fucking
did you say?
Sorry for you, seriously.
I'm looking in the mirror and I'm...
It was bad day for open goal after the performance.
I had him on toast. He just... Ange Postecoglou doesn't he look like a man that would just have toast. He would just have a big fry up every morning. I think he's just a guy who comes out with a frying pan, doesn't he? And just sausages, totty scones, the whole shebang, beans on a one pan. Doesn't he? Do you know how he looks like that type of guy?
And then upstairs to clear on the other pan.
Straight up. But it's not complicated. Just keep it simple. Get it, whack it all in. Fucking heat it up and eat the thing. It's simple.
Ease out that flame again.
Oh my God. You need a wee spittoon.
Greg Fleming.
Okay, that was how you started there.
You could grog about 30 yards, couldn't you?
I love it. One beer there and he's gone, it's brilliant. Needs to do better in Europe next year. I think he would tell you that himself.
You get a wee bit going on there.
That's happened to me as well.
No, the days that you're 100% right, and we've said that for many years now. When I'm roasted. When Brendan Rodgers was a great pal of mine.
You still in regular contact?
I know, we send emails to each other. But no,
it's meant for writing to pictures, isn't it?
If somebody was adamant on the pictures. So we in contact, and we will go.
Did you say was it the Leicester Tigers? He had done nothing else. No, the fox. Or it's a fox, isn't it? The fox is hidden nothing else. What was that about?
Nah. So, what? He's promised we're going to go down in the summer though.
Yeah. Are you and Boydie?
Yep. I can't get him. A fox's heat on.
Imagine him coaching though. Taking a session with a fox's heat on.
Fucking hell, man. Half a beer, you're gone.
Oh, what a day it's going to be, man.
You get sweat on and off.
Sweat. Right, well, Motherwell done you right in Europe. Well done, Motherwell done you right. Motherwell fans, you want to Graham Alexander sacked, brilliant. Fourth in the league.
By the way, they were booing Alexander,
Wild
the
man.
new year. They were
Who'd be a manager, mate?
They were on a poor run. But I tell you what, they scraped into the top 6.
They're Motherwell. Well, budget's probably bottom in the league. Of course they're going to go on a bad run. What do they want them to win every fucking game?
You're right. In terms of the budget, because they're about 9th or 10th budget,
100%.
So, but that's again, fans are fickle. They don't understand that. They're no patient enough for them. And look what's happened. So they scraped in, right? That last minute goal with Lamy. And then I was at the game last night. And do you know something? See the atmosphere. Your old club, with 10 minutes to go, the place was absolutely bouncing. I think it was about 6,000. And a wee shout out to I think they get a wee bit of stick at the weekend, the young team. Or I don't know,
the young
ultras,
teams.
The ultras, or whatever you call them, the mad squads I call them. They created an absolute brilliant atmosphere last night.
Brilliant.
It was tremendous, and they were still there at 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
Game finished half an hour earlier, and they were still singing. Keith Lasley's left the club now. He's away.
Good guy, Keith Lasley.
He's got a
game we mentioned. Brilliant.
He's got a position at St Mirren.
What position is it?
Doggy.
It's what?
Doggy.
A doggy.
St Mirren manager.
But he got a brilliant send off. So
Mirren manager was looking for that.
Looking for that position.
So LinkedIn with it.
But a big shout out today. What are they called? You should know that.
The Ultras, I think it's the Ultras.
They were brilliant.
He's done, mate, Motherwell are sitting 4th in the league.
Nah, brilliant, Ty. It is.
They were bottom of the league when he took over.
And we talk about recruitment, they lost their sort of main man.
Lost their best player.
And I tell you what, Van Veen come on, I think he's been out ill or whatever, but he come on the second half. But they had to ride their luck a wee bit. Sometimes you need to do that, but you need to show the character and dig deep. They showed that, and he made the difference. But Big Lammy again, has he gone to Dundee?
No, I think there's a clause if Dundee go down, he can scrap it.
Well, he's as well.
Again, I think there will be a few clubs in for Lammy.
Why no stay at Motherwell? You know, it's like
It'll come down to money, Derek.
That's what you're absolutely right. Because of the budget, they're loaning a lot of money, these guys. So you've got to applaud them, haven't you? And then you're talking about Dundee United.
Amazing.
You know, I saw just the highlights. Young boys play some great
by
stuff.
the way, see the young boys.
But I said to you last week about Levitt. Remember I said to you about Levitt?
Yeah.
Every time I watch him, class player, he'll be sought after.
Boy Rory up front, 16, mate. You could just tell when the ball comes in him. You could just tell he's a football player. His first touch takes him away through people, and then Meekenson's really good.
But who allows him to go out and flourish and play like that? Your man. The manager.
You need to put in.
He's a breath of fresh air, isn't he?
100%.
Sam Court, you were in his company, weren't you?
I was great. That's what I say. He's a great guy. But that way, his recruitment's been unreal because he's brought that sort of senior player in, McGrew, McDonald, and then he's had sort of the mix with the younger boys coming out. It's a great.
I tell you, he's been brilliant. The Dundee United, whoever makes the decision, the boards, to allow Tam Courts to come in and let him go on with that job. So they need to be applauded. What?
European football they've got.
European football, mate. That's
unreal.
Big Charlie in Europe. Gorgeous.
Charlie's brilliant.
Deserves to be there,
Nice man, will look great in Europe, won't he?
Breaking news.
Do you see they tried to get him onto the park last night?
We'll say it, we'll put the pressure on him. He's going to be on the last podcast on Monday.
Aye. They got a free kick and they were desperate to get him on.
And he fucking kicked it out of Joe Hart's hands.
I didn't see it. I was listening.
Fit turned into a piece of shit. Strange that his toes and ankles dislocated just before he hit it, wasn't it? Worst free kick of all time. But no, he's done brilliant, hasn't he? I met him, you met him last week, passion for football is unbelievable.
He'll be a manager, won't he?
Yeah, definitely.
He loves it.
He'll be a shite one, but he'll be a manager.
There's a time to have a laugh and a joke, but obviously the young man's will enjoy being in his company.
Brilliant, what a guy. Dick Campbell, best saying ever. Time to work, time to play, innit?
Aye. Well, that was my motto.
No, I actually made it up.
Way back in the day, because I get told that. You work hard, and then when I was at Rangers as a 16-year-old, and I took it right on board. You work hard, then you play hard. Aye, I play hard. I mean, party hard.
How hard is it?
So I partied maybe a wee bit too hard in my early days, but everybody done it.
You need to start partying a wee bit more.
I do.
No, I'd never see you partying.
No, I'm saying I do need to start partying. I became a boring bastard, didn't I?
You do.
I'm like an 80-year-old trapped in his body, ain't I?
Yeah. We just heard as well that he wanted the podcast, obviously we're usually in the Record Factory for the Cooking Show, he wanted it in bad because he didn't want his little ginger ass scalped at pool.
Mate, I'm raging at that. There's got to be a pool table about.
No.
What have we got? See,
so that's us ended the season on me.
No, we'll be getting back to it. We'll find
He's still having it. There's a bit of fire in his belly.
There is, isn't there?
What will we see after the beers? What will we go into today? What's the drink of choice?
Oh, I'll get you a wee baby Guinness. He likes him.
You like your baby Guinnesses, didn't you?
He goes very hard on them for his own.
I don't like
I'd
the
like to have started off with a Guinness, to be honest with you, because that's more kind of breakfasty, isn't it? Since it is only 9 o'clock in the morning. Isn't it? Mm-hmm. I like it.
So you're not happy with your free Peroni now?
Was it free?
You know what your fucking wallet, have you?
Very much. Oh, by the way, 30 quid.
Oh, do you know I lost Frank's 50? I had to pay it myself.
Aye. Right, I'll give
Have you got your pound? No, I didn't use it. It's fine now.
No, but in fact, what I know is happening, you're getting 20.
No, I gave 20.
No, and the wee fella will get a tenner.
Cheers.
And the wee fella will get a tenner.
He done that hill in the bother with Frank, mate. I know. See, since I've been doing our 3Ks, man, he floating.
When's the money that you been for?
Going to Blackpool on the 2nd of June.
I'll get them out of it.
Also, big news as well. We will be doing an event for the Scotland game against Ukraine.
No, will we? Oh, yes.
That was great, because you knew that, and yet that was great acting, mate, I'm telling you.
But I wish you said it was great after the show and no said it in here, because I done it well. Do you know what I mean? You've told people when I was acting.
But people have seen that then. They know you were acting.
They know I'm acting, aye. Oh,
look at this
I'll
guy.
give you the thing, mate. I've no 50s there,
Much
by
is
the way.
in that pocket.
Yeah. I don't know.
I'd rather have a pair of socks.
My thing's in there. I'll give you the thing, because that mic thing's in there, I don't know.
That mic?
I'll give you a tenner for your shirt.
Yes, that'll be amazing. I've missed the live shows of you. And it's the best.
Sure, so the live shows are you hanging out.
Dog shite all year running in, dog shite on the live show and all.
What else? Anything else? No, but is there anything else you want to say, Dundee United? Any other players that you think have done particularly well for either team?
No, well, maybe you can go into that, but I think Dundee United are now being slow in the market. I think I've heard a few players saying that.
Forest.
Aye.
Oh, then for Forest, good player.
So there's a few other clubs.
Me James.
He's a good player, isn't he?
Do you know what I'm issue? I didn't get to see it. I didn't get to see it.
And he's at a good age and all. What age? He's running about 25.
Well, it will be, aye.
And that's last week. Him and Jamesy stopped sleeping in bunk beds as well. So he's in bed now. So we'll see.
He'd be a good signing for a lot of teams. I think a lot of teams will be looking at him. You know, and I'm talking about teams like you're talking Dundee United. Maybe Aberdeen need a player like that with a bit of zip, a wee bit of guile.
They need a lot, don't they?
By the way,
I don't know what's going on.
Rebuild.
I looked at his body language last night.
Didn't look happy, did he?
No, and because I think it's just dawned on him, you know, the job that he's got in his hands there, because they expect, you know, at least third, you know, behind Rangers or Celtic, and now he's getting massive problems.
Miles off it, isn't there?
Miles.
That McInnes is getting worse and worse. That satting in it.
Aye.
And it's getting worse and worse.
We all said it, didn't we?
Nah.
Be careful what you wish for. And to
see, if you've got a guy that's built a culture, I hate when people say culture, but a culture at a club that's been successful, why would you get rid of him? I don't understand that. I really do not understand that.
But what I can't get, right, is the dislike for him. Why was all this? And I'm not going to use the word hatred, maybe that's too strong, but why do so many people, Aberdeen fans I'm talking about, I'm not saying them all, so we're not putting them all into one pot, but a lot of them have this dislike for Derek McInnes. What he done at that club was unbelievable. And you look, there you go, it's there to see. Glass has come in, and even Jim. And Jim's it's going to be a good manager.
Yeah.
But look, you expect the bounce, he's not had the bounce. What if they won? If they won one game,
I think. One game when that doesn't even count.
Aye. Do you know what I mean? It's been a real struggle. I just think it's dawned on him last night. He's thinking, wow.
Big summer ahead for him.
Again, we're going to bring out an interview next week. It's unbelievable, by the way.
The best I've ever done.
Really good. And I don't want to take the words out of his mouth, but what these fans didn't realise as well is Motherwell and Dundee United will now get more money to go and get players in the summer, where Aberdeen will get no money for the league for where they're finished.
Well, that's when they've got
then it gets even harder, then you need to go and spend more money.
Well, that's why they need to let their assets, whatever assets they've got at the minute, they've got to let them go.
And the reason that Stephen Glass could go and got the budget that he got was because of what Derek McInnes had done before him and what he'd brought into the club. People didn't realise that also, but it will be explained, which is...
That's brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah. They're talking about the boy Ramsey and that, and I think, was it 4 million quoted for him going to Liverpool? You bite your hand off for that. But I don't think they're in a position, you know, to demand.
Do you think Aberdeen fans would still say getting rid of McInnes was the right decision? Will there be ones that will still say that? Or do you think if deep down they would say that they got it wrong?
They seem to be going for ages though, this sort of, they wanted them out for a long time,
Tell you what didn't sit well with me, with McInnes. You know, he left, when did he left in like March or
Never even
February,
never even got to the end of the season.
You think a guy, what he's done for that club, you think there'd be a wee bit more kind of loyalty as well and a little bit more respect to let him see the season out and then give him a good send-off for what he's done because he's worked his socks off for that club. And ordinary fans don't, you get the gist of it now because you're involved in that side there. They don't realise the work that goes in. It's 24/7 and he done a fantastic job and they didn't appreciate it. He should have been shown a lot more respect and I think now they're sitting and they're looking at it because the Glass situation didn't work. They brought in Jim, and Jim hopefully will get to where he wants to be and he will be a good manager, but aye.
Dale McInnes' interview is going to be up on Monday night. Make sure you listen to this.
I think it's the best interview I've ever heard.
What a guy.
Incredible, isn't it?
Even after it, Slaney, just to say it now, sorry Dale, sat with us for 10-15 minutes, try to help me, any players that you need, pal, any advice, phone us, text us.
Amazing, mate.
Just a great guy.
Yeah, that's the type of guy he is, and that's when, I'll mention my son Lewis, when he was moving there, I was delighted, I was happy, but Carol was, obviously, it's our wee boy, he's moving away, he's moving up to Aberdeen, she was worried, and he spent that wee bit of time on the phone just to reassure her. Now, I was trying to say things will be fine, but when you get the manager and you get a guy, it was classy, the way he went about his business.
So it wasn't like Lewis says, can you speak to mum and dad? Dale just done it off his own back?
Off his own back. And he put her mind at ease, that he'd be well looked after, he'll go up there, he worked hard. And so, but it's a kind of wee bit old fashioned, but he's got that respect for you. There you go, he enjoyed your company, he likes a laugh, hey?
Yeah, it was a great balance.
So he's got that down to a T. Derek McInnes is just a good manager. A very good manager. So
do not miss it.
He's the last.
I'll
watch it, mate.
Dale McInnes is the last person you want your missus on the phone to. Ain't it though?
Well, there was.
Strangers went locked herself in the bathroom, innit?
I was.
Why was she in there talking to you?
Maybe that's why she's chipping balls into the washing basket.
So Dale will sign up for Kelly.
We can do that. Yeah.
Brilliant, man.
On to another Dundee. Dundee.
Take it away, Paul.
That's it. Confirmed they're doing. We spoke about it on the podcast on Monday, just about the decision alone, but
I don't think they should have sacked or get rid of James McPake in the first place. I think he should have been allowed to take them towards the end of the season. I think they might have had a wee outside chance of getting it.
Yeah.
Much more of a chance with Jazza, I would have thought.
Because St Johnstone haven't picked much points up, have they?
No.
So they would have.
I did a good opportunity, and I'd watched them right for the off, and I thought Dundee in the first 8-9 games of the season, they were a good watch. They played some terrific stuff. Just didn't get the results that probably they should have, or they deserved. They never got it, but they had a great style of play. They were a good watch. But maybe if James would have thought, James McPake, I should have maybe got the 2 or 3 or 4 wins on board as quick as, then went into that kind of style of football. But he had a philosophy.
But then you look at Ange, though, Derek, who lost it and he stuck by it. Maybe Jazza also thinks maybe I should have just stuck with playing good football.
Aye, but then that's
I think maybe he went away from that.
That's where the board should have stuck with James McPake, and I think he might have got at it, but they're a well-supported club as well, big club, so somebody's got to go, and unfortunately it's them. And it looks like that could be Charlie Adams' last game as well. What a goal to finish on.
Brilliant.
That was some strike, wasn't it?
Will that be him? Will he retire?
But
I think he's hinting at it.
Aye, but then
Broomhill next year.
But with Charlie Adam, you expect nothing more. Actually, he can certainly drill a good ball, can't he? Look at you. I don't know why I looked at you. Yes, he's got a 20.
He certainly can.
Yes,
he certainly can.
Aye, so
he certainly can. He certainly. So who next for Dundee? Because we were talking about this on the podcast. Who did Dundee go and get? Jack Ross, a no-brainer. If you could get him, I don't know if he'd take the job, but if you could get Jack Ross, that'd be a no-brainer, nah?
As a no-brainer. I think he's a good manager. Even the experiences that he's had under Hibs, certainly working down in England, Sunderland, a big club, by the way. Yeah. That's pressure when you're working.
And when you watch that documentary, I think he was done a wee bit of Sunderland in terms of, I think they sold his best striker in January when they were top of the league. So
aye, but if you're looking for there's quite a few out there. Who would you go and get? You've just said it. Why not?
Kevin Thompson, I know we always say, but would he be in the mix?
Tom has been interviewed for the Raith job. I spoke to him yesterday. Doesn't mind just saying he's been interviewed for Raith Rovers.
Is he?
Yep. So I think there's a wee chance. I don't know if he's dead. I don't know if he 100% is sold on it, but I think he's going to go and meet them and talk to him and see what the plans are.
Brilliant.
Anybody else we can think? Nah. Jack Ross, for me, would be your only option if you're Dundee if you get him.
Wouldn't it?
Yeah.
And if he wants to get back in as quick as, because see if he gets them going, and gets their fans, because they've got you could tell me, you're the one to tell us, isn't it?
I fucking hated how
they go in a row.
If you get them going, they're good.
Crowd, definitely.
Again, would you think Hibs fans would be honest enough to say that it was the wrong decision in wanting Jack Ross out?
Should go to, surely. Aren't they?
Madness.
Fans
Why would you let somebody go, he's in a semi, but within a final?
They were in a week before the final.
Look at the style of football he had. I thought they were got a good watch under Jack. And then, obviously, you're talking about Maloney come in, it was a different style, but why? Is it changed who are you listening to? And sometimes they've got to have good football people beside these people that are the money men and make the decisions, because some of them they're cuckoo, by the way.
Yeah.
They're after nut. I wonder if that's it.
But boys, that was a good football chat. I enjoyed that. Well done.
Can we? So we obviously spoke, Derek, about you going to Seville and stuff. Can Rangers do it?
Aye, of course.
You actually said they're going to win the semi-final.
What? I just felt that, and with everything that's gone, it's like the kind of 50-year anniversary, the 72, and then you look, it's 150 years anniversary as well, all that and tone. But I just get a good feeling. But no way am I writing off Frankfurt. Look who they've put out. They put out Barcelona.
Yeah.
So I know, but Sporting Gijon have beat Barcelona this year. So.
But I think I just look at the mindset of the players. I think they're playing really well. They've got a belief. Yeah. So, and the reason I'm going is because I want to be there, because I want the Rangers players, how they get to the stadium, that they'll know we're all there. They're there behind them, and that must give you a good feeling, And it doesn't add pressure onto them. I think it's more a comfort thing. I think they're going out a wee bit early. I think they're going out on a Monday because it's roasting out there. Yeah, I think it'll be about 36, 37. So the fans go out there, enjoy it, have a party, behave yourself, and with a wee bit of luck, we can win it. And,
what is it, 100,000 Rangers fans again there?
I think so.
But then there'll be about another 60,000 Frankfurt fans.
Yeah, they took a lot to Barca, didn't they?
So hopefully it's done right, it's policed right, in terms of where they're going to be showing it in big screens.
They've got to put big screens on, haven't they?
So there's a bit of segregation there, but I think we just go out there, we enjoy it, we be respectful of the place. Seville, we've heard a few of the...
What, are you on the fucking tourist board for Seville?
Absolutely, by the way.
People will be running away
and
for
by the way, if there's any tickets going, I'll be scooting
Is we Durante going or what?
No, I don't know if Durante's gone. I've not spoke to him.
We thought it.
What's happening?
Listen,
answering your text?
I wasn't waiting on anybody. I've made my own arrangements. So I'm just...
I seen McCoy's on the radio. Well, how do you see something on the radio? I listened to McCoy's on the radio saying he was looking for a ticket as well.
How can
he not be working at it?
He will be working at it.
Well, for the way he was talking to you, he wasn't, mate.
That'll be for his boys, because he's got 3 boys as well, hasn't he?
Is it Argyle? I spoke to him a couple of times.
Right, so he's got his 3 boys, and I want my boys to be in there. They've got their tickets, so they'll.
Oh, so Lewis obviously wouldn't go ahead, right?
So Darren,
it's a shambles how many though. Only 9,500 tickets the fans are getting.
See, the thing is with me, I'm not really expecting. I know I'm saying I want a ticket, but I don't deserve a ticket because I don't go and watch.
What do you played the Rangers? Of course you deserve a ticket.
But I don't go and watch them like a lot of the fans do.
We're working,
Celtic, Rangers, Hibs, Hearts, whatever. So I just want to be there, enjoy the atmosphere, and the guys that go and support their team, they're the ones that should be in there. But
you're still wanting a ticket, right?
But why only 40,000? They've got to be having.
No, it's a shot.
Right, gauge your Rangers team for the final.
Oh, don't get. It'll be the back 4, won't it? It'll be the.
Play our back 4.
Aye, right. So you've got me think. I'm not even.
Goldson.
Aye,
Barisic.
Do you know Barisic
play? Aye.
Aye. It's up top whether.
Aye, Aribo play up top.
Well, what's your midfield? What is it? They play like a 4-2-3-1.
Lundstrom, Jack.
4-3-3.
Kamara.
I
think Kamara's going in there.
Aye. And then Kent, Aribo, and Roof.
No,
I don't think. No, Kent, Aribo.
I missed a player, yeah.
Aye, hold on. Kent, Aribo.
He started right. I don't know if he'll start
off the bench.
Do you think Roof will play?
Roof will maybe play then.
Roof will play.
He will.
I think they've wrapped him in cotton wool, haven't they?
I think he was just wanting 2 holes cut out of that. Well, we always said that.
Sure. Doesn't matter. Do you know what I mean? He's got a good wee squad there. That whatever team he
good wee squad. It's not fucking Cambuslang Rangers. It's Rangers. It's a fucking great squad.
No, I'm
good wee squad he's got there.
I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about it, Si, now, and I'm getting a wee bit excited. I think I've got a wee feeling. I think we can do it.
Right. So would you play Rufa?
To start, no. Do you know that? I wouldn't start him.
Would you go Rebo through the middle?
I would, aye.
Right,
because I like a Rebo.
Yeah.
I like, and I didn't see that. Whether he plays Lundstrom in the middle of the part or whether he puts him back.
You never have.
Back three.
I think, Jink Van Bronckhorst goes on what the opposition do as well, very much.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because he did that against Leipzig. Lundstrom plays in a 3, but wide in that 3.
Yeah.
So I don't know how Eintracht Frankfurt play. All right, I got that. I said that, didn't I? Mm-hmm. So he'll know. They've got to watch. So there'll be wee details that they'll get right.
That's where he's been good at in terms of getting it right against certain oppositions.
Aye.
He's changed it. That's a sign of a very good European
it's no
manager.
massive, and it's just a wee tweak here and there. So
although Liverpool win the European Cup, when they get that cup, never changing. I don't know why I've said that.
I don't like it at all.
So but that's where Van Bronckhorst's been good too.
No, he is actually. I think when you're playing, see with Rangers, I think when with Liverpool, when you've got a top team,
the best budget and the best.
Funny how
your Rangers from better teams.
When you said Kamara, you kind of went like that.
Because he's not really been playing.
He's in and out, innit? He's like him on Saturday night, in and out.
Ryan Jack in there as well. They've got a lot of good football players, but I think maybe Aribo will be the one that'll.
Do you not go Davis Europe? Nah.
I love Davis.
Keep the ball.
Steve Davis, I think he's our best midfielder.
You got a poster in your bedroom, didn't you?
Aye. I'm taking a poster with me.
As well.
So, and I'll be. So if anybody's getting a dig, so in Seville,
I thought you were going to say Pickett again.
I think the nation want to know that the final's on the Wednesday. Will you be here on the Thursday for the Cooking Show?
Absolutely.
How are you getting back?
I won't miss this.
How are you going to get back on time?
I'm working on it. Aye.
No, stay out there, mate.
Okay.
Enjoy yourself. We'll FaceTime you.
We'll FaceTime you after
you
the
better
Cooking
answer.
Show.
Right,
for the Cooking Show, we'll FaceTime you.
Right.
Please be naked for it.
Okay. Right.
With a Rangers scarf over your head or something. Something like that. Do you know
Rangers scarf like that.
No, FaceTime.
Rangers scarf.
Can I get another beer?
Of course you can, Derek. Anything for you, mate.
Right, we're on to the Cooking boys.
Last Cooking of the season. Last league Cooking of the season.
I'll make one up. That's the Champions League final, Scottish Cup final, Europa League final, and then the World Cup final.
But I mean, so is this emotional for you?
It's been a bad year for the lotties. I think we've had one win maybe is all.
How many wins have we had? 3 wins.
But would you have expected
Dundee, man? These are Dundee.
Would you expect Hibs and Aberdeen to have such poor seasons?
I know, but 6 months in, we just stopped saying they were going to win games.
Well, they're not going to win one anyway.
So I don't think you've actually had a Coupon up.
No, I don't think I have.
In 4 years? No, I'm talking about the 4 years you've been there.
I've had plenty. I'm right up there. I'm top of the charts.
You're right up there.
Would you say you've had the most now?
I've been outstanding.
Frank actually gets more angry and interested in if his coupons came up than actual who fucking plays for Celtic and Rangers. Do you know what I mean? He's more interested in he texts you, bastard, my coupons up, but he doesn't know who plays for Aberdeen. Some man. Right, who's want to ask you? I feel like the coupons your thing, so you want to both just ask each other.
Right,
I'll ask you, okay?
Right.
Aberdeen St Mirren.
St Mirren.
I'll get you a beer.
Thanks, aye.
All right, mate.
St Mirren.
Voddy and ginger.
Voddy and ginger pubes.
Please.
St Mirren, Aberdeen, horrendous place at the moment. They just want the season to finish. In fact, if they could, I think Aberdeen would cancel the game. They just not turn up.
See if he was your manager, what would you seriously think?
The wee man can sort his gear out, by the way.
Joking, innit? Aye. You're no respect for that, you know.
If he walks in there, he's well having like, a big nose on and all that, and a big clown hat and that, isn't he? And clown shoes, and that, isn't he? With that waistcoat thing.
Right, Hibs St Johnston. There's a wee man
Hibs St Johnson. St Johnson.
Can tell that's been awkward.
Great one.
Not Wednesday, we're talking about you as a manager, actually.
Great one last night, or the other night. So I'm going to go with St Johnson then. And again, I think they played really well against Aberdeen second half. Just set out a stall, not to get beat, and then sussed out that Aberdeen were just nowhere near it and just went and outplayed them. So I'm going to go St Johnson.
Good player for St Johnson.
Because they need a wee bit of momentum. Get into
just ignore me, right?
Nah, just you get the beers. Thanks, Gaffer. Cheers, me man. Magic. No, because you need to get a wee bit of momentum. St Johnstone against where it's going to be Arbroath or Inverness, which will be a beaut on Friday night.
Talk me through the decision to put Callum Henry on loan for the first 6 months of the season.
I know. And then you look at the goals that he's... many's he scored?
Mark McGee's told me to do that.
Crucial goals as well.
Yeah.
Aberdeen had them. Why would you let him go?
Yeah.
I've always liked Callum Henry. So I have. So Ross St Johnstone, because they need that momentum getting into
Do you think
the
there's a potential they'll rest their full team though, just quickly because they've got that player?
Playoffs, that's a good shot.
I don't think so.
Because you want the momentum getting
I think after last night, good result, they want to keep it going and take that into the playoffs.
Right, Celtic Motherwell.
Party time for you guys, innit? At Parkhead. Motherwell was a brilliant result from. They've guaranteed European football. So Celtic will have a party, they'll enjoy it, and I think they'll win. I think they'll win it by 2 or 3. Easy.
And then last but not least, Hearts v Rangers.
Oh, for 2, the Derek Ferguson
the week
derby.
before the cup
Kevin
final.
Kyle, Andy Halliday and Derek Ferguson derby.
Should we do something with
That's mad, isn't it? They three have that's never been spoken about before. The three you've played
You
for.
three should do something for that.
Get naked.
That'd be a start. That'd be a good
Should we
start.
using getting naked this week?
No, there's a
Talk
hat.
about
No,
getting your gear up.
there's a Hearts strip and a Rangers strip, only one each. And you need to fight to get it on. So somebody's not going to get one. Please be careful not to get one. You start naked, but
we'll make them extra small in case Kev does get one.
no, definitely. We'll get that done for next week.
So we'll do a podcast with the 3 years with that. Would you be happy with that?
Okay. No problem.
that'd be good.
I'm up for anything. Draw.
Oh.
I actually think both might.
Sitting right.
By the way, I need to mention again, Lowry was.
He's that boy, isn't he?
He is a.
Great to see a Scottish kid play like that.
He's I just seen him take it half turn, seen him bang full back in the space. Brilliant.
Great, innit?
Player.
Aye.
I'm expecting big things for him. I hope he doesn't let us down.
What the young boy oozes confidence. You can see that. So
He looks like he's made to play there, mate, doesn't he? There's none of this scared or playing safe. It's
Yep.
I'm here to take
which will
over.
come over the next 2 or 3 years is
A haircut.
can he do it under pressure? But he looks as if see what you say, as if he enjoys that.
Yeah.
He enjoys that atmosphere. He's
stage.
like, bring it on, and that's what you need. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that about young boys. So I think they're going to rest players.
Do you think it will be kids that will be playing for the both teams?
I really do.
I think Andy will be the only one that will try to get minutes.
He'll be the only kid there, mate. The wee man will be the only kid there.
Listen, your man Halliday was he was top drawer. Already spoke about it. But they'll have a wee eye on next week, so they will be resting people. But I think as a manager, you go and speak to players and you'll ask them, how do you feel? Do you think you need to play the 90 minutes? Do you want 60 minutes or whatever? Within reason, there'll be some of them who'll just be carrying wee niggles, and then that's where you've got to be careful. So, but players, and they'll have it in the back of their mind.
You, Kev, are meant to be going to that, Andy, because it's a 12 kick-off, and then going to Edinburgh after it for our end of season day. I'm doing in Swindon.
That's out of order that for you.
I know, sorry, mate.
Will we do something for the cup final?
I do something for the cup final, eh?
We do that.
I'm in Marbella, so you'll need to do something yourself. Enjoy Glasgow, though, mate. Enjoy
When are you
Glasgow,
in
wee man.
Marbella?
Enjoy Anderson, wee man.
When are you in Marbella? What date?
Friday, I'm going Jack Leach's stag do, my mate.
That'll be good.
Aye, Friday, what's the date?
You there?
Aye.
Are you? Come and meet us for a beer, mate.
So yes.
I'll still be there.
Come and
On the
meet us.
Friday.
What's the date? I'm going to next Friday,
I'll be there. Right.
Take you,
Need
meet for a
a
beer.
picture of that. We used to it together in my beer.
I'll pop down to see you.
Oh, yes.
time do you
That's
get
made
there?
it
What time do
even
you get
better.
to my beer on
Because it's all young boys, mate. I'll have anybody to talk to. You come and I'll sit with you.
I'm there 9 o'clock.
In the morning?
Aye.
Ah, brilliant. You'll be there. What did you go for Saturday?
Friday.
Friday.
I just said to you Friday.
Friday,
You're not listening
Friday.
there. Okay.
Aye.
You're not listening to me, man, there.
Doesn't
Do you want to do the cooking?
Can I do the cooking?
Enjoy sitting at the back.
You want to ask him?
Me, man. No, you ask him, mate. Use our pals. I hate the both of you.
Right, 4 fixtures. Is this?
With my king.
Have you still going? Is this still happening?
With my kinga.
See, right, listen.
Mate, I swear to God, I'm sure you mentioned that at the exact same time this time last year. Do you remember Kinga?
She's got him a beer, no? She's got him a beer.
We're going to get you to do what she done with the bottles later, so.
Oh, right, odds. I thought that was Vicky. It's Vicky from Benidorm. I've met Vicky. Aye.
Where'd you meet her?
King gives replacing Frank.
Playing table tennis.
You two are going to fight over the bottles every week, you and King.
Oh, we seen the one with the table tennis boss. They're amazing. Hey, you can never mind it. 30 yards. Do you have with the ping pong ball?
Imagine Carol started doing that in the washing basket.
I guess you should really do.
No, but you're right up, you're in the back of the hangman, the crowd, you're up the back, and then the next thing you get scalped with a hangman. Ping pong ball.
Oh, fuck.
I catch it in your movement.
Was that what Carol would really do?
No.
Right, ask him, he's cute and quiet.
Are we still on, aye? Alright, okay.
Oh
right,
my
very
God,
serious. Right, first of all, I'm going to go with your team.
Life's great, innit?
Celtic versus Motherwell.
I think you're right, Derek. I think it'll be a -2 Celtic, about 3-4 nil that.
Right.
Oh my
Title
God.
day, party day celebration, so it'll be amazing.
Lovely job. Hibs v St Johnstone.
I'm going to go. Hibs aren't in a good place, but I'm
No.
going to go Hibs because I think St Johnstone might just sort of rest players. I think you're right with the momentum. I think that is a great shout you said, but I think they might go to the Ryan Abroth now, so they might just protect our sort of better players or whatever.
Right, Davy Martindale versus Dundee.
Could be his last game.
Is it? I've
So
heard
after.
that,
It'd
It'd be great. It'd be great for him, that, wouldn't it?
No, but he's already. Listen, Livingston have now stood by him.
Gary Holt's getting it again, isn't he?
so
Getting
I'm
anyway,
with Livy.
Livy. Aye. Livy have been brilliant. We're
They've been
talking about
so
Dundee
lucky to make
United.
top six,
We're
haven't
talking about Motherwell. Livy deserve a shout out, in my opinion.
For what?
Because of what they've achieved this season.
They're so close to getting that top
They were
six,
talking
weren't
about relegation.
All right.
So they were.
No,
There's
I
a
agree.
lot of pundits.
No, I agree.
Remember we
there.
spoke because
He's done a great
Martindale
job.
said something about we'll not get relegated and we were like, I'm not sure you should have said
And
that.
I went,
but they've
whoa.
kept going.
Yeah, yeah.
So
What I love
fair-
about Livy is, again, you could tell everyone just buys into what the manager's asking.
Aye.
And last but not least, Ross County versus Dundee United.
It's two pals.
Tam Courts.
Okay.
No, Charlie and Big Akaviti. He's two pals.
Get
In
one bit, innit?
what's that?
I'm going to go 2 each draw there. Ross County and Dundee United, I think it's a 2 each draw.
I think so that's the battle for fourth, isn't it? Because Dundee United will probably know that Celtic are going to get beat. Motherwell are going to get beat for Celtic. So if Dundee United win that, they go fourth, which means I think you get an easier route. Am I right in saying that you get an easier route into the group stages?
And probably you would get more money.
Yeah. So Dundee United will be going all. Do you still think 2-2? What's the goal difference? If it did finish 2-2 and Motherwell got beat, who's got a better goal
A
difference?
Desmond.
Just after he did, probably say Dundee United. Just after the top of the head.
So you go for a Desmond.
Aye.
2-2.
Desmond 2-2. Good, I like that. How come you've never said that before?
I have.
That's a new one. No, right, seriously, go and get warmed up, you're going on. Boys, that was sensational.
Right.